A big reason to why I feel like the schemers in House of the Dragons are at a completely lower levels than the schemers in Game of Thrones. That one, the dragons in House of the Dragons hold the most amount of power, which kind of takes away the power of armies and the power that armies. This takes away from the schemers because schemers a lot of the times convince like the lords in this universe to do their bidding behalf by their armies. But when the like story structure and when like the power structure becomes centered around dragons, it only kind of becomes like the Targaryen that is in like Game of Thrones. There were so many moving parts, there were so many moving houses, and they felt like they were like at relatively like same power level. And that's because they didn't have a fire-breathing nuke in the corner that can just go off whenever and destroy any. Another reason is the pacing. Excluding season 1, season 2 to 3 has pretty bad pacing with the with explanations being repeated again and again, not allowing people to form their own ideas on the characters and not allowing the dynamics of those characters to be communicated subtly. This affected the ability for the quote-unquote players in the game to like show their thinking and to show like how subtly they can introduce an idea to somebody, or how like their words and actions have long-lasting effect, because things had to be like repeated again and again, with like the creators like stating, oh, we designed season 3 for people who were like mostly on their phones and watching it in the background. The conversations like we had between Vasant and Littlefinger didn't really happen. Like that level of dialogue didn't really happen in this series, and a lot of it was like just dragon focused, like getting to the next dragon battle and seeing the perspective of just like the Targaryens in the middle of it. But we should expect it from like House of the Dragon. I just wish like more characters were like important and relevant, and we took like less time like with the bad pacing of explaining things over and over, which would allow the schemers in this verse to really shine. Tell me what you think, and make sure to like, save, and follow for more.